The lazy dreamer will always have fantastic excuses to cover his bad fate. Oftentimes I have had people come to me and complain they have no capital, and when I ask what they mean by capital, it is always about money. Ridiculously, most times these amounts they're in need of is beyond their intellectual and emotional capacity to manage. Capital is not always money. The greatest capital is a working mind. An entrepreneur whose background is one where he has nobody to finance his dreams has to find a way to legally achieve what he so desires. Now, there are countless ideas, mainly in the line of services, through which anyone can get involved in to acquire capital. One example of this kind of service is acting as a middleman or agent. An agent does not necessarily need to purchase the goods he sells. All he needs to do is to source for able buyers and then connect them with credible sellers. The first real money I made, which was at the age of 19, was from the sale of a piece of land a friend's dad owned. Somehow the information filtered through to me, and I acted on it. While sitting in my friend's living room, I overheard his dad discussing with an associate about selling off a piece of land that he owned. I developed a rapport with him and asked if I could help him with the sale. He laughed, but agreed. The fact that he laughed and doubted my ability made me more determined to be the one to get the buyer for the land. I immediately went into work mode by sourcing for and contacting as many estate agents I could find in my vicinity. Some, as expected, did not take me serious, but some did. In no time, one of the agents got back to me with a buyer. I led them to my friend's dad and curiously watched their hard bargain. Finally, an agreement was reached, the deal was consummated, and I got paid. Though I was paid below the standard brokerage fee on transactions such as that, I did not push or bother to negotiate more because, first of all, I was not really in need of the money then, being that I was just 19 years old, had a comfortable home, and, most importantly, I was just being paid for having the right information. I bought a pair of shoes of my choice from the money I made, and still had enough to spare. Strangely, I loved that shoe more than all the other shoes I had then, because it was my first experience of owning something that I bought for myself from my own work. More importantly, I learned my first invaluable lessons about money. That money comes by having the right information, and then meeting a need. I also learned a good lesson about human nature, and that was that people are more willing to help when they see you making an effort. Lots of people will tell you they cannot start anything because they have no money, but the truth is that they are only subscribing to a popular lie, which they now consider the truth. As I earlier stated, a working mind is the greatest capital. Availability is next, followed by right information, and then the will to do something about what you have heard. All these come before money. Availability is key, because it is by making yourself available at the right place at the right time that information comes to you. Everybody has the big dream, that is, the big business they want to do. Some are lucky to have people who are willing to finance their dreams. But when you are coming from a place without such means, or you have them but rather choose the path of being self-made, then you have to start with what is termed a hustle. That is, a business built on intense creativity, tenacity, and resourcefulness. You have to start doing the little things, and then saving the little cents till they build up into dollars, and that then serves as capital for your next level of business that will lead to bigger businesses, till you get enough to finance your dream business. The miracle about life is that, when you enter work mode, there comes a time when everything seems to come together for good. New clients keep coming through referrals, and then you discover better ways to render your service or cheaper places to source your products. And these increase your profit. There is an unsolved mystery about money, and that is, the more money you have in your possession, the more opportunities and more money you attract.